I have a superstar with me right here. This guy, he's going to get carpal tunnel before he leaves Comic-Con because he's signing so many autographs. It's the one and only Lou Ferrigno. Good morning.
How are
Thank you so much for joining us. So that's what we were just talking about. You're just signing away. You don't even get a chance to look up sometimes.
Exactly. So it's fun because Comic-Con here is great because it's in my backyard. I'm at Mile High Comics on the ground floor today signing. So it's fun because fans come from all over the world.
Sure. And my goodness, you have been at this for how many years? You did your first competition at 19?
Yes, I won the Teenage Miss America, then I won Mr. Universe, Miss International. Then, of course, I went on to the Hulk TV series.
Wow, you have been busy, 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 and have not stopped. And something that's, well, there's a lot of fascinating things about you, but one that's extremely fascinating is your other job, so to say. Tell us about that.
I'm a deputy sheriff. I have 10 years now with the Los Angeles Sheriff Department. I do a lot of search and rescue, and I give back, protect life and property. And I give their autograph instead of giving my autograph, you know, with tickets, all that kind of stuff. But it's fun because people have a bad misconception about deputy sheriff. I mean, we protect, we deal with Homeland Security,
sure.
And we're like a real hero.
Now, I would imagine when you approach someone, they'll just say, I surrender.
Well, the good news is they listen. They have to take instruction because, you know, if I have to direct traffic, you know, they have to do what I have to tell them to do because you have the uniform on. But, you know, it's a very risky job because you never know when you're encounter.
Well, that's right. That's very true. All right, let me pick your brain a little bit about the fitness world because I know our viewers at home want to know the answers to some of these questions. So how did you get into it?
Well, when I was very young, I was very insecure, and then I was like a real life walking medic. I used to read all these Hulk and Superman comics because I was fascinated with power. So one time I read this magazine that Muscle Builder. The guy on the cover, his name was Dave Draper. Mr. Universe says, wow. And I read the book. I said, this is my passion. Then it was like my platform to be what I am today. Yeah,
and you started working out. So what were, I mean, they had to be grueling workouts, I'm assuming. How long were you in the gym each day?
For competition, maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. But when I first began, I was doing a lot of experimentation, different exercises, how to put on size. I was thin, but I wanted self-confidence, respect. But I just love bodybuilding. I just love weight training.
Yeah, and you still work out today? How many days a week?
5 to 6 days a week. Like I trained this morning for like almost an hour, and I'm sure we're both tired and everything.
Well, yes. I'm tired, not from working out, though. Just from lack of sleep. So you're here talking about Hercules, and I'm sure a lot of people are asking you about the Hulk. How did you make that transition from being a bodybuilder into acting?
Well, first of all, when I did the Hulk series, I had a speaking role. There was an episode called King and the Beast, my first acting role. I've always wanted to be an actor, but the Hulk was like a platform for me to get involved in the business because I had no experience. And tomorrow I'll be talking about Hercules. They're having a panel out there at the Horton Theater about my experience, the new Hercules, because you know, it's a great mythology. It goes way back about the superhero. It's all about power.
Yeah. The new Hercules opens today. You haven't seen the movie just yet. But when you see him, since you played that role so many years ago, are you kind of critical about it? Do you watch it and kind of dissect it and say, if I was Hercules, I would have done that differently?
Well, when I was Hercules, I was 290 pounds, ripped to the bone. And no one ever will look like that again. It was different because I filmed in Italy. But I didn't have the advantage working with Brett Ratner, like a major production.
Sure.
Which is but in my time when I did it, because it goes back to the original CV, it still had a huge following because I filmed in Rome, Italy, where the original Hercules came from.
Yeah, so what are you expecting from this film once you do see it?
I'm expecting, I think The Rock is a very good actor, and I think he should do well. I think it's great for the kids, and very heroic, and I think he should do a good job. Hopefully the movie makes some money.
Yeah, so what else are you going to talk about at your panel tomorrow?
Of course, probably about the Hulk, about my life, probably about bodybuilding, fitness, and how to get big.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What is it around?
Right now, it's about maybe almost 20 inches.
20 inches.
Yeah.
My goodness. And you're how tall?
6'5".
6'5". Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
And what's the diet like? I'm just curious.
Meat, fish, egg, protein. I don't eat unsaturated fats. I don't eat starch. I eat mostly natural food as possible. I don't smoke or drink.
Wow, incredible. And you have a bodybuilding competition going on?
Yeah, it's called Ferrigno Legacy. It's going to be in Santa Barbara. It's going to be the best show on the West Coast. We're having a bodybuilding championship, men's fitness, women's figure and bikini. As a matter of fact, you should compete.
Oh, geez, no.
Yeah, it's a great competition. It's a beauty competition.
I had a croissant for breakfast.
It's wonderful.
Okay?
It could be at the Granada Theater. We're expecting like about 2,000 people to come. It's going to be phenomenal.
Wow. All right, so once again, for the viewers just tuning in, your panel is tomorrow at what time?
I believe it's at noon.
At noon
Yeah.
tomorrow at Horton Plaza?
Yeah.
Okay. All
That's
right.
important. Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us.
Okay,
Pleasure
nice to see
meeting
you. You too.
All right, guys.